I know in terms of commentary, I'm about like 3 days late to the situation, 3 to 2 days late, which in like the commentary world is about a year. But I've been busy with work, so I haven't been time to edit this video until now. I mean, I have been editing along the way. Just now, I'm being able to finally publish it. I'm gonna be looking at some of the evidence that we have now, a lot of stuff that's already been collected. Not only that, Potemer's conversations with different people, such as Travy Trav and Puss, which is another person that decided to interview Potemer. And I'm gonna be taking this from Parlo. Just give me that. Yeah, disclaimer, huge disclaimer. I am only covering any allegations that are, portraying to Potemer. These are only allegations and they are ongoing. So please do not take whatever I say as fact. And, yeah, let's get into this thing. Just for clarification, I'm just going to be stating a lot of legal jargon because, no, Potemer is not a pedophile. These things happened when they were both children. So even with how immoral it was, because there is a decent amount of age gap, he was already in high school and this girl was still in like middle school. He's not technically a pedophile because he wasn't over the age limit to do these things. Is it morally wrong? I would say so. It definitely is morally wrong. And the reason I'm not explaining it right now is because YouTube bots tend to just demonetize anything or put it just heavily restrict you to what your content can go to if you speak in a certain time range. So I'm just trying to buy time so these YouTube bots just don't try to kill me for saying something. Now, to explain what's going on, Potemer is a huge YouTuber with tons of animations. I'm sure you've seen him on all platforms, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, or even YouTube Reels. They're everywhere. They're quite popular, and his animation style is pretty decent. But recently, some ongoing allegations that have came out that are pretty damning. And not only that, a lot of the community have said that Potemer has been an unreliable narrator. Potemer himself says he can't speak about these topics as his parents will not allow him to.
Say it's a private thing because then it's like, well, what's happening behind scenes that's so private, you know? I feel like that's why everyone's gonna be bad.
My parents aren't letting me.
Do they own your channel or something? How old
They
are
have
you?
access to it. I'm 18, but they have access to it.
You gotta make them at least let you address that, because that's what everyone's looking out for in it. And if you just don't bring it up at all in the response, no one's gonna take a word.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they're saying. But my parents, they don't want me to say anything about it.
And it's anything he says can be taken with a heavy grain amount of salt because he walks back statements. He said that he's communicated with people, and since legally he wasn't charged with anything because the statutory limits or some shit has already been passed through and legally has deemed nothing wrong. But let's get into it and let's see what's really going on and basically what he's trying to hide from everyone. And even then, a lot of he's done this half-ass apology basically saying that, guys, you don't have to trust all these lies. If you do trust them, then fine, do not be a fan anymore. But if you don't, then stick around. I don't think this guy should have a community for how he's lying and just speaking half-assed, and the fact that he can't even cover his own, allegations because he's worried that he's gonna lose subscribers and his parents just won't let him. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically, like I said before, Potemer is a very unreliable narrator, as Potemer will basically change the ages, half-ass stuff, and even play things down. But Parlo got the real info out, so let's just go off of what Parlo said. Parlo basically said that Potemer was 16 when he had sex with a 12-year-old girl.
And in this recording, Potemer is in his DMs admitting to the situation allegedly. Now, Potemer verbatim admits to having with the when he was 16, and that quote-unquote both ends were consenting. He doesn't deny the situation whatsoever, and then he also asks Trav if he wants to consult them, including the victim, in a private group chat.
If you're seeing how bad this is, yes, this girl was basically in middle school while Potemer was already in high school. And you might be saying, okay, yeah, there are allegations. Is there any truth to this? Any of this basically being proven? Yeah, Potemer snitched himself out.
If somehow you still ain't believe that this is the real Potemer, here's a full recording of the person DMing Potemer proving that this is the actual Potemer. You can see that the username and user ID all match.
Potemer had basically self-reported on himself by basically telling a lot of individuals that he trusted, a lot of people that were commentating on this, and basically defending his actions, saying that no, we were both kids, it was not illegal and all that, but it's still very morally wrong. And so why he would defend this instead of apologizing and potentially trying to fix face, I don't understand why he's trying to lie about these things. He's even saying that the age gaps are different than what he said before, that he wasn't thinking straight. He's basically trying to do everything in the book to cover his ass to make himself look better, but at the same time, you were in high school. This kid was in middle school. How do you not understand that you fucked up really fucking bad? Now, of course, fuck! I hate British people so much. Of course, Potemer, his parents, and the victim all claim that they denied that any of this happened, even though Potemer goes into very big details and basically very disgusting stuff. I'm just not going to say it, okay? I don't feel comfortable saying it. But basically goes into detail of everything that happened between him and the victim, the basically timestamps, to how he's still in contact with the victim, but they all deny these claims that any of it happened. And even they were threatening Parlo and other YouTubers that had spoke on this issue, and basically being very, very just like upsetting people because they just did not want their golden boy to lose his subscribers.
Contact with the parents of Potemer, including the victim's parents too, and they all stringently denied the situation ever happening. Now, they insulted me and another person in the call who was below the age of 18, yelled over us, and threatened and intimidated me.
But at the same time, why should Potemer be worried? Basically, his audience does nothing but children, which that worries me. I don't think this guy should be near children after what he did. But yeah, they're not going to understand the whole grasp of this situation. They're just not going to care about it at all because they're just kids. They're not going to care. He gets tons of views on his videos. I'm going to bring up his social blade right now. Of course they're going to deny the situation. Look how much fucking money he is making just for being in his room and animating. Even with all the success Potemer has had, and all of this has basically came out from just years ago, I still think Potemer should be held accountable for this, because not only has he been lying about the situation and playing it down a lot, he's like even had people try to cover his ass. People like Trav have basically said that yeah, they were two kids and nothing's wrong with it. Well, I mean, of course Trav would say that, but despite that fact, I think serious family counseling should go on. I believe that the individual should not be speaking with Potemer anymore, and that it's dangerous to have an individual like this even in the community, because his subscribers are nothing but children. Like I said, they're not going to understand a lot of this stuff. They're just going to think that, oh, there's a bunch of big mean YouTubers talking shit about our favorite YouTuber. I'm so angry and I'm gonna smash my bottle and rage on Fortnite.
No, man. No, sir.
But yeah, at the same time, I don't think this guy should be near kids to begin with, especially after the things that came out and how he doesn't see anything wrong with it. And his parents are really bad enablers too. They're letting this happen. They're basically letting their child get away with a crime that could have potentially got him in prison. So yeah, it's really bad. The situation is very morally gray, because there is individuals that do lose money out of this, like his parents. He can lose his living out of this and might have to go find a real job. I mean, which would be the best for him. He doesn't have to be any more children unless he goes to like a teacher. That would be the worst case scenario, okay guys?
These students are all morons! I give them everything they need to know and they still fail. Always! And it's not because I'm a bad teacher. I'm a very...
But yeah, Potemer should definitely be held accountable for his situation, and he shouldn't just play it off. At least a real apology should come out, and no, he should not be with the victim anymore. And maybe some serious counseling is in place for this guy too. But, of course, that is all my opinion. I am a Roblox man screaming at the screen right now, being the commentary YouTuber that I am.
So they're saying there is a 17-year-old girl, 17-year-old woman who
stretching this video out to 10 fucking minutes. Booyah, baby. But anyways, yeah, the Potemer situation is very crazy, and even though all of this happened, nothing really came out of it. This guy still gets tons of views. I do want to give big shout outs to Parlo and South. Links will be in the description, because without them I wouldn't have been able to digest this content, as there was so many videos coming out about Potemer, but there was everything that was basically what Parlo said, but in like 15 different shades of Roblox. But anyways, yeah, I've been Stacy R. I really hope you enjoy this video, as I try to put a lot more effort into this editing and covering the situation with a lot more lightheartedness than a lot of other, you know, commentary YouTubers. And, you know, big disclaimer at the end, these are still ongoing allegations that I'm covering. I do not spread them as facts, and a lot of what I say is my opinion. Anyways, I've been Stacy R, and yeah, hopefully I come out with a new video soon. I know I don't upload often.